Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, we were doing a Clash Kit unboxing video along with 2 blister packs and then also some extra cards that I was sent from their team and just kind of go over it. Now, I just filmed this video for 25 minutes and I unboxed it. As you can see, it's already open and my power went out for like 10 seconds. I'm in Texas. We have a lot of heat and our electrical system does not like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to change things up a little bit. I'm still going to show you the cards. We have the fully kitted 50 card Moxie deck as well as the fully 50 card magnate deck. We're still going to talk about it. I'm still going to show you the cards. I'm going to give you my opinion on the Clash kit because I have a couple things I wanted to add to it other than just like showing you the cards, showing you the purpose of it. And I'll also show you what I got in my packs. And then luckily I hadn't opened this yet, so we'll be able to talk about this here. So first thing I want to do is this Clash kit is the starter product. It came in the Kickstarter, as you can see here, the little Kickstarter symbol, as well as the blister packs. Getting this for backing the Kickstarter. Alpha Clash team was nice enough to send me some of their product to just talk about on the channel. And for me, when it comes to starter products, my main purpose when it comes to like evaluating starter products is, does a player, whether you're a TCG veteran or whether you're first time you've ever played a card game, do you get the same experience and the same feeling that you're going to get with a tune deck? And I don't mean like as far as efficiency and like exact play of cards, but does the game from a fun factor feel the same as it does with the regular deck? So with this deck, and we'll talk about it in a second, but you talk about games like Flesh and Blood. I played a lot. When Flesh and Blood first came out, the pre-constructed decks, they were a little rough. I had a bunch of people that back in Monarch time frame that would play with like the chain deck and stuff like that. And although, yes, it gets you introduced to the mechanics and everything else, it can feel a little bad when the game legit feels like a different game because it's so out of tune that it just feels different. And so that's something that really mattered to me. As Flesh and Blood has gone on, it's obviously gotten a lot better. The most recent pre-cons are really, really good, and they're slowly getting better. But with Alpha Clash, I wanted to see how it felt to play these decks. So I've played with these. I've also played with the demo decks that Mo Bogsley, who is a Flesh and Blood creator and player, sent me. So I've got an idea of how the demo decks feel, how the starter decks feel. And I can safely say, like, the short answer is they do a really good job at giving you the same feeling as a tune deck. Now, as far as efficiency and, like, power, maybe not the same. But as far as, like, does it feel like the same game? Does it still feel fun to play? Or is it frustrating because you feel like the cards aren't just, like, synergizing at all and stuff like that? This doesn't have that. The one thing this product does have, and it's a warning I want to give to people looking at this game, is that the decks are a little bit lopsided in terms of power. Magnate is definitely the better deck out of the two. If you made me give a number percentage, I would say Magnate is probably 65-35 favored into Moxie with these decks. Maybe even 70-30. Moxie has to play a really efficient game, really good, and really execute the game plan and draw pretty decent in order to beat Magnate. It's definitely not like 100-0. I've played with people where it went like 1-1. I've talked to friends who said they went like 1-1 with their buddy. So it's definitely winnable, but Magnate's definitely the better deck. So when you get this, don't feel frustrated if you're losing if you choose Moxie. I think Moxie just needs like her full tune deck in order to, really execute her game plan, because Moxie is a late game hero that wants to outvalue you in the mid to late game by attaching her weapons for free and like really gaining incremental value after like stopping your initial threats. Whereas Magnate, I mean, if you read Magnate's contender ability, Magnate just says Alpha Clash cards you control get +1 defense at the start. So that kind of value is just really, really nice to start off with. Whereas Moxie, yes, her first ability says Alpha Hunter Clash cards you control can attach more than one weapon, which is nice, but it's really her 10 life ability where she really gains her value. So we're going to go through the decks, just kind of talking about it. Jump into it. It gives you a little bit of background. Jump to the super powered world of Alpha Clash with this 2-player Clash kit. Each kit has 2 ready to go 50 card decks, which is the size that you need for the actual game, like the constructed version. Grab a friend, start to learn to play. They give you a QR code to their learn to play video, and then one Clash kit exclusive AXO card included in every 2-player Clash kit, plus 1 in every 10 kits contains a special chase foil version. Now, I did this in the video. I got a foil of this card. I just don't know if it's the same one. I think the foil version they're talking about is like the alt art version, so I don't think I got the chase one, but it's really, really cool looking. Mean Streak 7-drop, which is really awesome. But we'll get right into the deck. So first one I wanted to show you is Moxie. You get a foil version of Moxie here, and I'm going to show you the non-foil version just so you can see what they look like side by side. So this is the non-foil, and this is the foil, so you can definitely see the difference in the card stock and things of that nature. And then with the foil, if you shimmer it, it has like a really graded, nice looking foil there, whereas the normal one's just normal. Still looking good, but definitely the foil one is nice to have. And we'll put that up over right here. So for Moxie, you get 5 foils, or at least I did. I got 5 foils. You get 3 of her big Clash card, the really big 8-drop, Moxie fully loaded. I got 3 foils of those. Again, this is in the Kickstarter edition, which is her 8-drop, which gives a 6/7 flight. It allows you to attach a weapon for free. It's a really, really powerful card. I'm not going to read off every single card just because if you want to go to alphaclashtcg.com, they have a card list showing you literally everything. Most decks, in my opinion, are going to run 3 of these. So, like, even with just these 3 from the one Clash kit, I think you have what you need in a Toon deck. I don't think you're going to run 4 of these in a Toon deck, but that's just my opinion. You are going to want to get 2 more of these, though. They give you 2 Moxie's Heavy Power Armor. This is a really, really good card. It gives a Clash card 4/4 in flight, and it also does other things as well. Most decks are probably going to run 3 to 4 of these, so it'd be nice to get 2 more of those. But that's the foil cards you get with Moxie. You then get 3 out of 4, so almost a playset. A playset in this game is 4 cards, so you get, unless it's like Unrivaled or whatever it is, where you only can have 1 in the deck. Moxie Prime to Clash, you get 3 of these, which is really, really nice. If we go through just her Clash cards, you get a playset of Colonel Edwards here, which is a 3-drop that lets you basically go get another weapon or accessory and put it into the accessory zone. So you may reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. If you do, put a weapon with an initial resource cost of 3 or less from them into your accessory zone, then put the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. So it's really good for what Moxie wants to do, which is load up on weapons. They give you 3 out of 4 of Weber Weapons Expert, which allows you to attach a weapon for free, which is super nice. They actually give you a full play set of Moxie Alpha Hunting Specialist, which allows you to go put a Weber or Edwards card into your 3 or less into your Clash Zone Engage. So when you play this card, 2 of the cards will go to the Oblivion, but if you can find a Weber or an Edwards card, you can put it into your Clash Zone Engage, which is really nice. They give you 4 of the incoming support Clash buffs here. Every color gets... You only can run 4 Clash buffs in your deck, so you have your playset here. And in set 1, there's only 1 Clash buff. So incoming support is the Clash buff for black, whereas if I go through here, Power Overflowing is the Clash buff for green. They're all the same. They all give your card 2/2 at basically instant speed and allow you to draw a card. So really, really good for that. You already have a playset there. As far as Clash cards, because I know I just wanted to do those first. If I can organize these real fast. They were organized when I did the first video, so I apologize for that. Okay, sweet. So we have incoming support here. You then get a play set of Sergeant Weber. It's just a vanilla 2-drop 2/2. And then you get a play set of Moxie Preparing for Battle, which is a 1/1. On enter, you may draw a card. This is super nice. Several colors have this. It's a 1-drop 1/1 that lets you draw a card. So basically it replaces itself, which in this game, card draw and card advantage is really huge. They give you a playset of Captain Maxine Riggins, which is a 1-drop 2/1, so that's super nice. So basically, with the foils, this is all the Clash cards you get. You're not missing a whole lot. You're missing a little bit, but not a ton. Definitely, they do a good job at giving you like the base level tools that you need for Moxie. And then we look into traps and weapons. So as we showed before, you get the 4 Clash buffs of incoming support, and then you get the 2 Moxie's Heavy Power Armor, so that's really nice. And then you end up getting a play set of Sharpshooter Moxie, which allows you to activate it as a trap. If a clash card is being played with an initial resource cost of 2 or less, it sends it to the Oblivion. They actually give you a play set of Weber's Binoculars, which is super nice. It's your biggest utility card. It allows you to basically go get another card. If you reveal, you basically engage this card when you attack. So you attach it to a clash card. When the clash card attacks, you engage this card. And it allows you to reveal an accessory or clash card from the top 3 cards of your deck with an initial resource cost of 2 or less, and then you put it into your hand. And then they give you 2 of each of the Clash Grounds. So they took Clash Grounds, if you're not aware. Clash Grounds in this game are basically like Pokemon stadiums, where it's an effect that affects all players in the game. And as long as this Clash Ground is in play, its effects in play until another Clash Ground is played from another player to replace it. So that's really good. They give you 2 of each. UN Headquarters is the best one, but you're going to want a play set of both of these, so you're only going to have to get 2 more. They'll be pretty cheap. And then you get 3 Moxie's light power armor. So only need to get 1 more of those. So they do a good job at giving you like a 3 of pretty much everything, with the exception of a few cards. So that's really, really nice. So that's the Moxie kit, going through that. And then we have Magnate here. They put Moxie off to the side. Again, Magnate. They give you the foil Magnate Contender card, which is super nice. Similar foiling, as you can see, if I put the regular version beside, like you can even see it from that far away, the difference. But see if I can shimmer it right here. So you can see like the difference. And these are from the demo decks. So we have Magnate here. And Magnate, you get 3 foil Magnate cards instead of 5. Like Moxie gets 5 foils. I don't know why. I don't know if my kit was weird or whatever, but I mean, it's still really nice. Magnate, the Undisputed, it's his 8-drop card. It's really, really powerful. Similar to Moxie Fully Loaded. It's a card where you're probably not going to run 4 of it. I don't think you will. Probably run 2 or 3 of it. So it's really nice that they give you 3 right off the bat. The ratios for this deck are just like the Moxie deck, where you get 2 of each Clash Ground. You get your 4 Clash buffs, which is Power Overflowing. And then all of Magnate's traps and accessories are basically built to combat Moxie, which is really funny. In the lore, Moxie and Magnate, I think, are the initial clash or initial like fight. So a lot of his cards are thematically tailored to go against her. So like most of these like effect cards that are 2 or less or 3 or less, which really plays into what Moxie's trying to do early game. But you get a play set of most everything here. For attack cards or clash cards, you get 4 Sonoros, which is a 3-drop 1/2, which allows you to send another one of your clash cards to the Oblivion. If you do, you can choose an alpha clash card from your Oblivion with initial resource cost of 2 or less and put it in a play ready, but it can't attack. You also get a play set of Magnate Cunning Planner, which is, again, just like Moxie's 1/1 1-drop that draws a card. This one does the same thing. The thing with Magnate is his alpha clash cards get +1 defense, so this comes in at 1/2. And then cards like Sonoro, which normally is a 2/1, with Magnate, it comes in for 2/2 because it's an alpha card. So that's a really big deal. You have Magnate Unwavering Might, which comes in at 4/3, which allows you, if you control 4 more Magnate clash cards, you can play this without paying its resource cost. So if you control 4 other clash cards on the field, this comes in for free, and it draws a card when it comes in. Then you have Magnate Ready to Fight, which is a 4/5 vanilla card, which is really good. A play set of Menacing Magnate, and then finally 3 Avenging Guys. So that's the kits. They're really, really nice. I mean, from what I remember with like Digimon and My Hero Academia and other cards, a lot of starter decks will only give you like 2 of, because they want you to buy 2 of them to get the full play set. And I guess technically you'd have to buy 2 of to get the full play set of every card in these decks. But the fact that they give you a full play set of a lot of cards is super nice. And the fact that they give you 3 of most all the cards is really nice, because you don't have to buy a whole entire Clash kit. You can just get the 1 card of once the set drops. So that was the 2 Clash kit decks. And again, we got the foil Mean Streak Finishing Blow, which is really, really cool. And then I won't go through every single card, but these were our pack cards. Just for everyone's awareness, packs come with 9 cards, 5 common, 2 uncommon, 1 rare, and then you have 1 guaranteed foil that ranges from common to alpha rare, which is like their their whole range of stuff. So basically, you have 8 guaranteed slots with 5 commons, 2 uncommons, and a rare, and then your 9th slot is like your lottery slot, so to speak. So if we look over here, so all my commons, I got Weber Weapons Expert, War Cry, Prideful Warrior, a Torque Redirecting Damage, a regular Torque card, another Avenging Guy, Terrence T-Bone, T-Bone the Vindictive, T-Bone Powers Unlocked, Spiritual Defense, Sonoro, Solar Flare, I love the look of that card, Sinister's Assistance, Sharpshooter Moxie, and then I got a Torque Contender card. So that was my commons and uncommons. And then just to save time for y'all. And then my 2 rares I got. So each rare slot, I got another New York City. So I only need 1 more of those for my playset. And then I got another Moxie Prime to Clash. So now I have my playset of Moxie Prime to Clashes, which is super nice. And then my 2 foils, I got a foil common Sharpshooter Moxie, which Moxie's my favorite deck right now. So I'm super glad I got this at a foil. And then Shadowlight's Light Beam at foil as well. So super excited about that. So this is the point in the video where my power went out. So now we can talk about this. So I got this from one of the staff over at Alpha Clash. They wanted to send me some play sets of cards, some other products that they had, just to kind of get my hands on the cards, be able to play with some decks, and be able to make more content. So I'm going to be using this to make content. But they sent it kind of like obviously pretty standard. It's a box here, so I'm going to put it off to the side and grab it as we go. So the first thing they sent were these Moxie sleeves. I hope they end up selling these. I told the individual, I was like, hey, I would definitely put these in the pre-releases. If they do any type of pre-release events, they should have these for sale. I think people would love them, even if they come with the pre-release. Maybe if they limit their pre-release to so many people or something like that, everyone who joins the pre-release gets a set of sleeves or something. Anything that could help. They're pretty generic sleeves. It's not like you're getting like Dragon Shield dual mats or anything crazy. You know what I mean? But they're really nice. I mean, they're graded on the outside. They're like a foily texture, which is really cool. And yeah, I mean, they do what they gotta do with the sleeves, but they're just really cool. Putting the magnate in the Moxie sleeve feels a little bad, but they do pretty well. So those are really cool. So you can put those off to the side. Let's see what else we got here. So I'm not gonna go through every card, but they gave us some play sets of a lot of the blue cards. So I'm going to be doing a lot of, as you can see, these are the blue for Mean Streak. I'll be doing a kind of a deck breakdown of what I think Mean Streak's going to look like day 1 for me. Super excited about that. Most all these are common. I have a play set of the commons, uncommons, and rares. So these will be really nice to be able to show to the community and stuff like that, especially if I do some gameplays with some people. We even have like Lynn, Warrior. So we got blue cards, white cards, and black cards. I originally wanted the black cards because Moxie is my favorite hero out of the game, and I wanted to be able to build a Moxie deck really quickly. So we ended up, oh, we got a lot of stuff in here. I don't know what else. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Ugh. They sent us some stickers. That's really cool. Be nice. I'll probably do these in like some giveaway stuff. If I send people cards like for sale and stuff, I'll probably just put in some Alpha Clash stickers. Let's see here. Off to the side. We'll show the other colors. And then we ended up getting some of the, as you can see, the white cards for clarity. And then we finally go into the black cards for Moxie. So those are all the commons, uncommons, and rares we got. It'll be super nice to be able to share those with the community and do some gameplays and stuff. And then they sent us a couple fun epics as well. So we ended up getting another Moxie foil, which is really cool. So maybe we'll be able to give this away on the channel since we have 2 of these. Would be really nice. We ended up getting these, which I told them they didn't have to send these. This is kind of like the big hit that they sent us. So we ended up getting the gold stamped Clash buffs for Moxie. So these are insane looking. I'll bring up the normal Clash buffs just to kind of give a comparison. But I was super excited to see these. Like I said, Moxie's like the hero the contender that I want to play. But as you can see, like the foil gold version of this card is just so nice looking. Super excited about those. So we're going to be using those nonstop. Those will not ever leave my sight for sure. Super, super nice. We ended up getting 2 more or 3 more Moxie fully loaded, similar from the Clash kit here that you saw before, and then 2 more Moxie heavy power armor. So we got the full play set of those. That's really, really nice. Oh, we got a couple cool ones coming up. I'll take these out of sleeves so y'all can see it. We got a foil Kilimanjaro Ascendant Champion for black. Keep doing these one by one because there's some cool ones at the end here, y'all. We got Magnate the Tyrant at foil. Look at that. It's just awesome looking. Kagan the Dragon, which I think this is one of the better high drop green cards. Like, Magnate has some really good ones, but this one's a 6 drop that's a 5/5 flight, and on enter you can send target Clash cards to the Oblivion. It doesn't say 2 or less, 3 or more, whatever. Just pick a card, that card gets sent to the Oblivion. Super, super nice for that. We have, oh, this one were nice. The Mean Streak Blink of an Eye, the iconic version of it with like the symbol and everything else. I need to do more deep dive into like the rarities and like the pull rates and stuff to tell y'all. But this card is just, I mean, my camera cannot do it justice, to be honest, but super, super nice card there. I might end up just putting that in a case, honestly, because some of these I just want to play. And then we have the 2 iconic rares. I believe iconic rare, I think, is the rarity for these. They're iconic, the iconic cards. We have Clarity for Seeing Fate and Moxie fully loaded, which is super awesome. 2 of these. I don't know if I'm gonna play with these yet or not, or just put them in a nice case and have them. I think I might end up putting them in a nice case just due to when they're coming out. Like, these are even before the game is released, so having these is super nice. But thank you so much to the Alpha Clash team for sending these. Super, super fun. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm super excited to play this game. I'm going to be making some decks with the cards that they gave me, doing some gameplays for y'all with some people in the community, maybe even some of the staff members there. Maybe we can convince them to do a game or two for the channel. Yeah, thank y'all so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited for this. And, you know, we're just going to keep making the content. Let me know what Alpha Clash content you'd like to see. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TC Talk. Thank y'all so much.